All
All
right,
right.
guys. Well,
Awesome.
excited. We're about to open up your guys' ultimate pack. This is the best pack out of them all. This is the Go Big or Go Home. This is the full Monty right here. So we'll go from left to right. So starting
Okay.
from our left, you're gonna see your Pure Nourish Natural. Okay. So the
Awesome.
Pure Nourish Natural, what the main thing about this, we like to call it a politically correct shake because on the market, I'm sure you guys have seen like meal replacements or even other protein shakes before, right?
Right.
So a lot of these protein shakes, they have a lot of added GMOs, so genetic modified organisms, a lot of added flavor enhancers. A lot of them also have a lot of sugar. So if you see other companies like in network marketing companies, big shake companies would be like Herbalife. They have
Okay.
a lot of shakes. Like that's their main thing. And they advertise themselves and market themselves as a fat loss program. But really all it is instead of eating like burritos, if you're drinking a shake all day, of course you're probably going to lose some weight in that.
Exactly.
So I don't like to advertise our Pure Nourish as just a complete life like substitute because we want to eat food and everything. So Pure Nourish, I like it. It's like a meal replacement. So usually what I do is breakfast. I literally just had my shake, actually. So I was drinking that this morning. I've had a meal replacement shake every single day for the last 8 years of my life. So it's very helpful. The Pure Nourish Natural, though, what's great about it compared to other shakes on the market, if you even look at the nutrition facts, there's no GMOs, there's no dairy, there's no soy, it's gluten-free, and also it's very low in sugar. So even on the nutritional facts, you're going to find there's less than 1 gram of sugar, and that sugar is all naturally sweetened sugars from some fruits and stuff like that.
Okay.
No artificial stuff, no aspartame, no like Splenda, none of that. So it's
None of that.
very, very good. Nothing. Yeah. That's what we call politically correct. So also what's great about it, it's all vegan friendly proteins.
Oh,
So
great.
yeah, it's easy to digest. It's pea protein, cranberry protein, actually. Alongside with that, besides just being the good macronutrition, it also has a probiotic, prebiotic, and digestive enzyme blend all in there too.
Can you go into a little bit of what macronutrition
Yes,
is?
good question. So there's macronutrition, micronutrition. Macronutrition refers to your fat, carb, and protein. So each of these, so if you look at the nutrition fact of any food or even something like the Pure Nourish, you know how you'll find like total calories. It'll say X amount.
Right.
In Pure Nourish, 1 serving, which is 2 scoops. So you add 2 scoops, you can mix it with however much water or liquid that you want. Usually it's around 8 to 10 ounces that I like to do. Um, if you drink one whole serving of the Pure Nourish, you're intaking 130 total calories. Calories just means energy. So
Got it.
if you want to go out there and break it down even more, though, in the calories, it's broken down into fat calories, carbohydrate calories, and protein calories. So if you're looking to diet, or people call it counting your macros, you can literally start to calculate what you want in the course of a day. If you look in the back, it'll say like it has 10 grams of carbs. It might have, I think, 15 grams of protein. And I think it's something like 5 grams of fat or something. Something that's interesting is this. So you can actually calculate how many calories are in 1 gram of each of those macronutrients, which are fat, carb, and protein.
Gotcha.
Every gram of protein and carb, one of them, 1 gram, is 4 calories each. So I'll
Okay.
give you an example. An apple. Usually an apple is like 25 grams of carbs. It's just sugar, pretty much. So each gram of carb is equal to 4 calories. So let's call it 25 grams of carbs. And I know this because you can literally look on MyFitnessPal online, or you can Google calories in apple. It'll break it down for you. And if you have 25 grams of carbs, each one is worth 4 calories. One apple would be worth 100 calories. Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
Okay. So it's pretty cool. So you're never going to look at a nutritional label the same anymore once you start realizing that. Okay.
Wow.
Yeah. So what I like about the Pure Nourish is that it's an easy way to get a good meal in instead of a normal. What would the normal American breakfast be?
The normal American breakfast: 2 eggs,
Yep.
side of bacon,
Mm-hmm.
some hash browns,
Mm-hmm.
toast,
Yep.
milk, orange juice.
Yep. I'm gonna ballpark that's probably at least 500 calories. At least. A piece of toast is probably like 25 grams of carbs. That's 100 calories right there. Hash browns is just straight potato starch,
Right.
lots of carbs, fat too, because you're frying it. Fat
Right.
is worth more than carbs. So it's a lot. So imagine you as just a replacement. So a lot of people, what they like to do is instead of a breakfast, they'll drink the shake. And the shake also has a lot of fiber in it. So it's going to keep you even more full too. So let's
Gotcha.
call it 500 calories versus 130 calories in the shake. You'll actually be able to be more, you'll be as full, if not more, but you're going to not consume as much calories. And they're good calories here because they're very clean.
Can you do that while breastfeeding? Are these products
Yes,
you can take while breastfeeding?
absolutely. The only
Okay.
products you cannot take while you're breastfeeding in this whole line that you see right here, number one, the RestoreX. So anything that deals with detoxification, it is better not to when you're breastfeeding as your main source of food. So while you're weaning off breastfeeding and it doesn't become the main source, it's okay, actually. But while breastfeeding is the major source of food, the RestoreX, which is your heavy metal detox, and then the Slenderex drops specifically. Within the box in Slenderex, there's also a second one called Accelerate. That one's not a detox. That's a vitamin B6 and B12, which boosts your metabolism and energy. And that's actually going to be better. I mean, you can use that while breastfeeding, just not the Slenderex drop itself. Those two. And then we don't recommend the Rejuvenex because the Rejuvenex has a natural green coffee bean extract, so some natural caffeine. So it's better to be on the side of caution because if the baby's super sensitive to caffeine, we just don't want that to be a possibility. So, yeah.
Well, this baby seems to drink caffeine pretty
Yeah.
much regular. Yeah, we need to supplement something other than Starbucks for mom. So caffeine is generally like a sedative for children that are breastfeeding. So
Yeah.
a good way to keep him calm is if she has some coffee
Yeah.
and he feeds, he's going night night.
Wow.
Yeah. These are yeah, secrets. So the Slenderex, you say
Yeah.
in the box, there's 2 tinctures, right?
Correct.
So
The Accelerate.
the Accelerate, that's the energy, correct?
Correct.
All right. So we're gonna test the limit with this.
Yeah.
Yeah, because this can remove Starbucks.
Nice. It will.
Yeah, this is gonna be our home scientific experiment of
Yep.
removing Starbucks.
Now, when you get Starbucks, what kind of Starbucks do you get?
Okay, all of the junk. Okay, so let's just FYI, this is good for you to know, bro.
Yeah.
I was never addicted. I never drank coffee
Mm.
until I met Tiny,
Oh.
and she introduced me to the drug called Starbucks. So just imagine, like every day, 2 or 3,
Yeah.
and it's the big ones,
The venti.
extra caramel.
Oh, snaps.
Oh snaps! So much sugar in it. It's just like it's like a large sugar, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
It's sugar with a side of coffee. I get you.
sugar with a side of coffee. Absolutely,
Gotcha.
that's
And
what's going on in my world.
you're gonna love this because I used to be addicted to coffee just for the caffeine itself, actually. So I would actually get like migraines and stuff when I got off of it. So one of my years, I made a New Year's resolution to completely cut out caffeine from coffee. If I do drink coffee now, I drink just black because all those added sugars are just not the best for you. But what
Right.
I did is I replaced coffee. Instead of that, I used just the Rejuvenex, actually. That's the energy one. And I noticed
Right.
it gave me a lot more clean energy with no crash. There just won't be sugar, right? Now,
Right.
if you want a sweet tooth fix, though, I will give you a recipe. Especially, I think Answer is really going to like this, but I think Tyneek will like it too. Is you can take black coffee, and
Uh-huh.
you can actually take the Power Boost, the chocolate one, take a scoop of that, mix it with your coffee, black coffee, and it straight tastes like a mocha.
Is that right? Oh,
It's good.
oh, that's what I'll be
Try
having
that.
in the morning. Wow.
Right. Yep, but it's really low in sugar. It's not this, of course, mocha is crazy. So the Power Boost too, though, what's in there, you'll notice it tastes really sweet. Like you're gonna like that. You can even just try it by itself with like a little bit of water, a couple ounces.
Uh-huh.
It's my sugar. If I'm ever craving sugar or something sweet, you just take a scoop of the Power Boost. Tastes amazing.
Gotcha.
Now, in the Power Boost, I think that I don't know if that's in there behind the bag right there, the Pure Nurse bag. But the
Yeah.
Power Boost, okay. What's in
Powerful.
there? You see it. Good. There's a couple of things. So what I do in a shake normally, I'll take 2
Mhm.
scoops of the Pure Nourish Natural, and then I'll add in either a scoop of the Power Boost. The Power Boost first acts as a flavor enhancer because the Pure Nourish Natural is like a neutral, almost a vanilla type of flavor. And then I'll add in a scoop of Power Boost. Now, what's in Power Boost? Couple things. These are really good for energy and also to make sure that you don't lose muscle.
Right.
So there's something in there called MCTs, which is medium chain triglycerides. Now, have you guys ever heard of how coconut oil is supposed to be really good for metabolism?
Absolutely.
The reason it is because coconut oil, the fat, is a medium chain triglyceride. Medium chain just means it's like a smaller one. Normal fat, like from animal fat, is like a very big long chain, and it doesn't digest well in the body, and it's like very high in calories. So the medium chain triglyceride, which is in coconut oil, but also it's in your Power Boost, what
Mhm.
happens in your body metabolism is it actually goes straight to your energy. You straight burn that rather than storing it as fat. So it's really, really good for extra energy. Another thing the Power Boost has is it has something called L-glutamine. L-glutamine, that's a fatty acid actually that's really good for you for extra energy. Also, the last thing is, especially in the fitness realm, I don't know if answer have you heard of BCAAs before?
I've heard of that term.
Okay. So BCAAs is branch chain amino acids. All that means is protein, when you break it down, is made of branch chain amino acids. So all a protein is, and protein is what can help to muscle development and a lot of other stuff in our body. Protein is just a lot of branch chain amino acids combined together, linked up chemically in the body. So what the BCAAs do is they're helpful for just energy metabolism. They're helpful to, let's say you're working out,
Right.
people use BCAAs so your muscles don't like tear down as much as quickly. It
Right.
helps in the recovery process because you're feeding kind of like the source in your muscle. So
And that's in what?
that's in the Power Boost. All three of those things, the MCTs, BCAAs, L-glutamine, are all found in the Power Boost.
And and professional athletes can actually take this because of why?
Because everything is banned substance control group certified, BSCG. So that is an agency that actually proves, if you have it, that any athlete that takes this, if they're tested positive for anything bad in their body, then it basically guarantees they will never be caught with some type of doping thing. They'll never test positive for any of those blood tests for anything bad.
Right.
Because there's times with other supplements that, let's say it's the same thing, but they make it the wrong way and they cross contaminate with other products that are actually not good for them, or they have ingredients in the product they don't disclose that is
Mhm.
not safe. for the athlete. Those types of things can get an athlete in trouble. So all these products, including the Power Boost, are totally safe for a professional athlete to use, and with the certifications for that. All right, perfect. So you have the Power Boost. Usually I'll do 1 scoop of that, 2 scoops of Pure Nourish Natural, put maybe like 10 ounces. I just do water normally, but a lot of people like to do almond milk. Makes it a little creamier. I personally don't drink cow's milk anymore because there's a lot of hormones, all that type of stuff, a lot of sugar in there. You can also, do you guys use a blender at all?
Yeah, I have a bullet.
There we go. You can do a bullet. And what I like to do, because I remember you said, do you take like some collagen protein?
Yeah.
Okay.
I haven't in a little while, but I used
gotcha.
Right.
Gotcha. So what you can do if you like is you can put it on that bullet. You can even add in collagen protein if you want, added protein. I like to toss in extra vegetables. So like spinach, kale, things like that. No broccoli, of course.
No broccoli, of course.
Broccoli, no asparagus. Yeah, none of that stuff.
None of that stuff.
You could just bullet it up, and
Right.
it gives you like this good like green power shake for the morning. That's what I typically do in my mornings.
And do you mix that with and that's just with the Pure Nourish?
I'll do the Pure Nourish, 2 scoops.
And the Power Boost.
You can do the Power Boost as well too. You can even add the Beauty Boost. The way you can look at the Power Boost and the Beauty Boost, it's called Beauty Boost because of course it makes you beautiful. The main ingredient in there, both the Power Boost and the Beauty Boost, you can look at them as almost like flavor enhancers of the Pure Nourish Natural.
Gotcha.
But besides just a flavor enhancement, because the philosophy behind every single product in ARIIX is everything has a purpose. Everything is going to be good for your body. So not just does it taste good, it will help you. So the Beauty Boost actually has, the main ingredient is biotin. Biotin, as Tyneek may or may not know, is really good for hair, skin, nails. Like it's in a lot of beauty products actually. So talking about your relative, your godmom, and the whole spa, the Beauty Boost could be something that people can like there too. It's like a tangy orange. Did you guys ever drink Tang before?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. You can try just the Beauty Boost by itself with like maybe like 8 ounces of water, put some ice in it. It just straight tastes like Tang.
Wow.
Good. Super good. And it'll make you extra sexy, extra beautiful.
Awesome.
Yeah. So those are all the shakes right there. Okay. You can also toss in the Pure Nourish Natural, Power Boost, Beauty Boost all at the same time. And it tastes like, if you got the chocolate and orange, it tastes like chocolate oranges. If you're a fan of that.
Yes.
I like that. Yeah. I miss holidays just because of those. So those are your shake side of things. Any questions on any of the shakes right there?
Not at all. Great.
Okay, cool. Perfect. So then from there, let's hop into, I'll just go what I see next to the Pure Nourish. I see the MOA. So the MOA is kind of the flagship product in our Nutrify line. Nutrify is our nutritional line. MOA actually has a patent on it, and this was new. In the nutritional liquid stuff, that whole industry, one of the biggest things is in order to get a natural product, you must preserve it somehow, you know? So a lot of companies, they will actually use some chemical preservative to make it preserve. And the issue is this, they got a whole bunch of good product in there, a whole bunch of good ingredient, but then they add in this chemical preservative, so it's not all clean. So as of a couple years ago, MOA, and when you open up, it's just individually packaged together, so you can sample them, things like that. There's a natural preservative in there called ARIIX, and these you can find online and stuff. That actually won an award in Utah because it's so innovative. It's the first product in its line when it comes to liquid nutritional that actually was able to come up with a natural preservative. Natural means it's all good for your body. Nothing synthetic, nothing man-made. So it's a combination of like essential oils, a couple other things in there. So it preserves all the ingredients. Okay? That's actually an ARIIX patent. No one else has this.
And how much is one box of MOA?
one box of Moa, our price is $88.
Okay.
So each packet is around like $3. So the
Mm.
way I describe it is this. It's very similar to if you go to Jamba Juice and you get those extra boosts.
Right.
They typically cost like 99 cents up to $3 each. Like if you get a wheatgrass boost, I haven't been to Jamba Juice in a while, but I remember it was expensive. That's all I remember.
Mm-hmm.
This, imagine there's 36 of those boosts into one pouch.
Wow.
That's what this is. But they're not just boosts. They are literally imagine you go around the world, you get the best ingredients from around the world. We're talking about, for example, in the Moa, there's 6 mushrooms in there. And one of the mushrooms is actually they're trying to pass it through the Japan FDA because it is so powerful. It's called Maitake Gold. This Maitake mushroom is so powerful because they're saying that it actually promotes anti-cancer properties. So there's some miracle stories with cancer patients, things like that. I remember you were talking about cancer before.
Yeah, I worked with Maitake Gold in
Oh.
Japan.
Oh,
I used to brew it.
Wow.
I would pick it and I would brew it in the morning. In the morning, the clients would be treated with Maitake Gold and just other extracts that we grew, and then they would take it like tinctures, and then after that they would do their Tai Chi, and then after that I would perform like Shiatsu on them, and then they do their meditations. And this was something that they just regularly did. So for me as a student, I knew that, that's one thing that I knew that super worked because I seen the actions myself in the people. So knowing that these things work here in the States, that is what it kind of made me have such a deep love for Japan, but then at the same time just having such a great irritation for the States and their process of wellness, and then understanding for them, they make more money off of death than they do off of life. So
absolutely.
But it's just amazing because I was talking to a friend a couple of months ago in regards to this mushroom, because my friends all, oh, you don't like mushrooms, because I always say, oh, mushrooms are funguses, you know.
Right.
The majority of the mushrooms that we have on the market, if they're hallucinogenic based, they don't harm the body. But then the ones that they use mushrooms that are very harmful to the body, not the United States sales. So I stay away from them. But when you said that the other day in the presentation, my eyes lit up like, oh my God, like that is extremely revolutionary and groundbreaking to get that patented there, because in that way it's easy here for it to be something that the states will grab onto, try to dumb down or something. But I think that's really, really awesome.
That's crazy that you worked with Maitake Gold. Wow. Yeah, I forgot that you worked in Japan, but the Japanese know their stuff.
They do. They really, really do. And our primary focus was just like water in the body and what the water content does to the body, because 80% of your body is water. Right. And how what the water actually does inside the body, like it's a live organism. We deal with it from the perspective of if it's not alive, but water is alive. It's amazing. It's amazing quality life. So it's just
powerful. I'll send you some videos on the Moa too. You're gonna love that thing. Each ingredient is really powerful. What's really cool about our Moa as well too is, see, a lot of other companies, they might make like a juice or something. This is not a juice. Deanna Latson, our chief product officer, is very particular. One way to get under her skin is if we call it a juice. So this, it's specifically a liquid nutritional, because it's literally, so this is how they make it. They literally take all these 36 ingredients. And if you went to the manufacturing in Utah, which you guys are more than welcome to come to, actually September 6th, if you guys, I'd recommend it. We're having our very first ARIIX convention in the corporate headquarters in the entire history of ARIIX, actually. So it's the 6th, 7th, and 8th. So you're going to get a chance. One of the days, the 6th, we're going to go through the actual manufacturing facility. You're going to meet the formulators. You're going to meet the manufacturers. You're going to see how they put everything together. Of course, you're going to see the corporate headquarters and, of course, all the convention stuff as well, too. It's going to be amazing. But what they do with the MOA specifically is they literally take these 36 ingredients from around the world, and in the manufacturing facility, they take the actual food or fruit or whatever it is and pretty much just mash it up together. And so it's not extracts, it's not powders, it's not like any of that. It's real stuff. So it's packed. There's one ingredient in there that's a black pepper seed from India that's known to have over 1,000 nutrients just in that one black pepper seed. And that actually enhances the absorption of all the other nutrition. It's great for cholesterol. Like, there's so many things that are in this, it's just hard to explain. But what MOA is good for, MOA is the product that we say, hey, if you got something going on in your body, you don't know exactly what it is that's happening, try MOA. Because more than likely, if you just dose yourself with all that good nutrition, this is whole food stuff, your body's probably going to react in some good way.
Right.
So we've seen a lot of stuff. Skin issues. We've seen eczema, psoriasis. People that have been afflicted by that, this is very beneficial for them. MOA. Metabolism, heart issues. Just like energy. It also gives you that too. It's great. So I like to personally, what we do is we refrigerate it. I feel like it tastes better when it's cold. It kind of like condenses the taste of it, and it just gives you this little kick, which is nice. Cool. So in the morning, imagine I take my shake, and then I'll take my Rejuvenex and my MOA together.
Got you. Yeah. So you just take one of these a day?
Correct. One a day.
Got you.
One a day. Now, you can't overdose on this stuff. So when I'm sick, I haven't got sick in a long time, but if I were sick or people get sick, I tell them take like 2 or 3 a day. You can't go out there and overdose on that. So you're good. Right. So that leads into the rest of the Nutrify line. So just going down the line, RestoreX is also another patented product we have.
Okay. One question.
Yeah.
Can children take MOA too?
Oh, good question. Yes. In fact, children love MOA. It's great for them. There's also all the nutritional products, all the children can take as well too. There is a children dosage guide, which I can send to you guys after this. Awesome. So for example, if you need to take 3 capsules or something, it might tell it to do a half. So yeah, they're all fantastic. One way you can do it for children, if they're eating salad, you can use that as a salad dressing for MOA. You can do a lot of different ways to do that. Or just spike their drink, whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Any other?
Yeah, you're getting it down packed right now. You have dad tendencies already.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Taking notes.
Absolutely.
Any other questions on the MOA itself?
Let's see. What else? How many is actually in this particular box?
30.
Awesome.
1 month supply. Pretty much every product is around a 1 month supply.
All right, cool. So, all right.
Mm-hmm.
Month supply, 30 a MOA. Oh. And you said generally every product is about 1 month supply.
Mm-hmm. Some might be a little bit more, so I'll go over those as well too. Most are a month.
Most are a month. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Sweet. Okay. So next up, you got your RestoreX.
Right.
And of course, I'll give you guys this recording. I'll give you guys some other resources. As you hear this a couple times, this will be second nature to you guys. So I just sound smart because I've heard it a lot, but I just learned all this stuff. You don't have to be an expert to know this. So RestoreX is also very unique. It's one of our most popular products in the Nutrify line because all of us, unless you live in a bubble, we're going to be exposed to toxins. And when I say toxins, I'm talking about the heavy metal toxins like the mercury, lead, cadmium, these types of things. Whether it's the air we breathe, just living in a house with the paint and all that, food that we have that's contaminated, salmon. I know you love salmon, but fish have a lot of heavy metals, the mercury stuff.
A lot of mercury in it.
Yeah.
A lot of mercury. Big problem.
Yes. And so the RestoreX, the main thing in there is the patented ingredient is called zeolite. So zeolite, ironically, they also used in Japan when they had Fukushima with that whole nuclear disaster.
Yep, that's what they use to contain the radiation.
Correct, correct. It's a volcanic rock that has this honeycomb shape chemically. So what it does, it literally absorbs all the heavy metals and it neutralizes that. So we have a patented form that comes from Austria, the best form that there is in the world. See, what ARIIX is really big at is not just saying, oh, we have zeolite, because you can get zeolite down the street probably, you know? They're big on getting the raw ingredients from the best sources that there are in the world. You know, they get it from places that are known just for making whatever that ingredient is. So you have a consistent result every single time. That's why the zeolite is actually patented. So you might deal with customers that'll be like, well, I take a zeolite and why is it cheaper? Well, the question that I tend to ask people if they ask me, because you might have people say like, oh, these products are expensive. Now, compared to what they're used to, it is. The question that I ask them is this: well, why is your product so cheap? That's a better question. Yeah, because your health ain't a shirt. Like you can go get some some cheap shirt, rip it up, get another one. But if you're putting in your body, you want to make sure you feed it with some good stuff. So the zeolite here is very powerful. There's also a couple other things in the RestoreX as well that are all detoxifying elements. So activated charcoal, that's something where, for example, in the hospitals, when people get overdosed on drugs, they'll actually give you a dosage of this activated charcoal to just absorb as much of the toxin as possible. And they put that in here. You have chlorophyll, chlorella, so these green things. It's really good for balancing. I know you talked about alkaline water, for example. So I'm sure you're familiar with the alkalinity of the body. If it's more alkaline, then it's less diseased. RestoreX actually is helpful for helping to balance blood pH as well because of chlorophyll and all that. Okay? So what you do is you can take a scoop of the RestoreX, mix it with water, and then just drink it. Usually I drink it either first thing in the morning. After a workout's really good when you're sweating and all the toxins are coming out. Or you can take it like right before nighttime, so then you can just get everything out. Now, another thing, RestoreX is the best hangover cure. Bar none. It is literally the best. The night that you drink, just take a scoop of that, life's good. So I had a bachelor party of mine, and it was just a bunch of dudes. We're in a house together. We were in Austin, Texas, and they have like this one street where it's all bars and stuff. So we're just drinking all night. I brought my RestoreX with me. I took the scoop. Next morning, I was the first one up. I was all like washed up in there. I felt great. Everyone else was hungover and stuff. I'm like, man, this RestoreX is real good. So yeah, that's that. Any questions on the RestoreX?
What is the main thing that the main benefit, I would say?
Perfect. That's a very good question. So it's good for a couple things. Number one, if you're trying to lose weight, it's important to detox the heavy metals because fat traps to weight. So a lot of times people have stubborn fat, love handles, under their arms, chin, whatever that it is. A lot of times it's because these heavy metal toxins are trapped there, they're accumulated there, and there's no way to detox them. So when you take the SlenderX, RestoreX is the best complement for that. It's also great, anyone that's concerned about mental issues like dementia, Alzheimer's, memory loss, because toxins, the biggest part in your body that's the most fat is actually your brain. Your brain is made of fat. So a lot of these toxins actually get trapped in your brain, and that leads into neurological issues like brain issues.
Alzheimer's.
Yep, exactly. So that this can be very, very, very helpful actually. Some of the ingredients we've even seen with autism, the ingredients themselves, there's studies saying that some of those ingredients could potentially help with autism.
Right.
That's great. I know. Last thing I'd say is this too. One thing to know is anyone that takes a pharmaceutical medication, this is very important for them to use The only thing is this, is because it's so strong, if they use Restorex, we tell them don't take Restorex 2 hours either before they take the medication or 2 hours after to be safe. Because the Restorex is so strong, it'll actually sometimes detox the medicine itself.
Wow.
Because medicine's a toxin in the body.
Right.
But
do you recommend taking it at the same time every day? Like, do you take it in the morning or do you recommend taking it at night?
either works, actually. Either works. They both have their different benefits. I personally take it in the morning. But I know a lot of people, especially if they use a lot of medications, they usually take their medication in the morning. So at nighttime, they like to take it right before bed. At night's kind of cool because while you're sleeping, it's just kind of like detoxing your body. So, but I do recommend pick a consistent time just to make that a habit.
Got it.
So usually like 1 month of that. I usually use Restorex maybe like 3 to 4 times a year. So every couple months, just to kind of like continue like cleanse my body.
Throughout the body.
Yep. Now, when I say cleanse, it's not like it's a high fiber cleanse. You're not going to be using the bathroom like crazy. So it's not a laxative.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Any other questions on the Restorex?
No.
Perfect. Okay. Next to that is the MagniCal D. MagniCal D is, you can think of it as our calcium and vitamin D replacement.
All right.
All right. Now, what's unique about this one is that when it comes to calcium, most people don't look at the, number one, where it comes from. So a lot of companies will use a cheaper form of calcium called calcium carbonate, which is derived from shells and rocks and stuff like that. So it's not as easily absorbable into the body.
Got it.
So we use a more absorbable version, citrate and malate. And also, though, some people use only calcium by itself or only vitamin D by itself. Now, what the studies are showing is you actually need a certain ratio of calcium and vitamin D to actually absorb into the body.
Right.
It's actually a 1-to-1 ratio. So in this product, it's calcium and vitamin D combined together. And also, there's things like vitamin K in there. Vitamin K actually tells your body where to deposit the calcium. Because calcium, there are stories of people taking the wrong types of calcium. They'll actually get calcium deposits in their heart or other places in their body where they don't want it to be. Or it'll over-calcify your bones, meaning it's so hard, it's brittle.
Wow.
So, yeah, so this MagniCal D is very absorbable. It also has magnesium. Magnesium is great for any type of like cravings. When you take magnesium, a lot of times your body's just magnesium deficient. A lot of cravings go away, actually. So, what is the MagniCal D good for? Anything bone related, anything joint related. So, arthritis. Let's say they want stronger osteoporosis. Any women that are over the age of 30, for sure, it's very recommended that they take an extra vitamin, an extra calcium. Anyone vitamin D deficient. Anyone that has crazy cravings. Also, when it comes to muscle issues, because the muscle, let's say they have weird cramps or things like that, magnesium actually helps the muscle contract and work well for the energy. So those are all inclusive in that MagniCal D right there.
All right.
All right. Carpal tunnel.
Now,
yeah.
what would you say for someone that has, like someone that has like, say like hypothyroidism?
Yes.
What would you suggest?
Actually, the SlenderX drops, the reason why they work so well, the ingredients actually target the thyroid. So it helps them, whether they're hypo or hyper, it helps them rebalance that balance. So I'd actually recommend them to use the SlenderX drops because the ingredients in there support a healthy thyroid.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
Perfect.
And the SlenderX has 2 drops, right? There are 2.
Correct.
There are 2 tinctures in SlenderX. So you prefer the one with the energy or both of them?
So you use both of them when you're on the program.
Right.
But if you were going specific, like let's say someone had thyroid issues, then they would use definitely the SlenderX one rather than the Accelerate. But you can use Accelerate too.
Gotcha.
Both can be standalone. Yep. Good question. All right. We got Rejuvenex. Rejuvenex is your energy enhancer. It's 6 superfruits like your acai berry, mangosteen, sea buckthorn. This was developed actually. There's other companies out there that sell like acai juices. So you can get them at Costco now. So they have and when you ever see these juices, literally what it is, it's a lot of water with a lot of sugar, and it has a little bit of the actual superfruit itself.
Right.
It's basically sugar water with some remnants of the good stuff.
Right. Just to pass qualifications.
Yep. Exactly. This is just the pure stuff. So when you take it, it gives you this calm, focus energy. This will be the Starbucks replacement. It'll really help with metabolism boosting. It helps elevate the mood, a lot of those types of things. Ironically, too, what I've noticed, people that have ADHD, what I've noticed, it actually helps them focus. Rather than making them more energetic, it just helps them hone in. Because also what's in here, there's a chamomile. So if you know like the teas, chamomile tea, as that, so it helps you focus and alertness. So a lot of good stuff in there. So the way I take, so Magnical D, going back to that, it's the serving size is 2 capsules. And technically all the nutritionals, it's supposed to be twice a day. The reason why they do that is because they know how much your body can absorb. Most of the companies, oh yeah, go for it.
So you said all of the nutritionals.
Yes.
The Restore, not the RestoreX, but the
all the pills. Let's just put it that way.
So even RestoreX is suggested twice a day.
RestoreX is once a day. That one's a powder. Yeah.
Okay.
All the ones to the right of RestoreX, so starting from Magnical D, those are twice a day.
Gotcha.
And it'll say on the serving size there what to expect. Yep. Okay. All right. Rejuvenex is that. Then from there you have Vinali. Vinali is actually the world's best-selling product. Okay? Because as you mentioned, the number one reason why there's a lot of issues, athlete issues, toxification, inflammation.
Absolutely.
All right. 80% of disease now, degenerative disease, caused from inflammation. So anything that's an anti-inflammatory is helpful. Vinali, the reason why it's so powerful, it's a grapeseed extract. So grapeseed is 8 to 10 times more potent than just vitamin C by itself. So there's grapeseed extract, vitamin C, a couple other things that are in there. It is huge for anything anti-inflammation. It is good for immune system boosting. So let's say you're feeling a little bit sick, I take more Vinali. If you have allergies, Vinali is great for that. Any inflammation, so arthritis, great for that because it decreases inflammation. Also, Vinali has anti-collagen binding properties, which means they actually call this in China the beauty pill. Because when you take Vinali, all that good stuff in there, it helps make your skin more elastic, it brighter, like it's really good for the skin. So, yeah, that one's one of the most. They're all good, but that one's really good. So, we got that. Any questions on Vinali?
No.
Perfect.
No.
Okay. BioProQ. BioProQ is actually for especially cancer patients, but any male that's over the age of 30 or anyone that's dealing with they need more cellular energy. This is how the body works. In your cell, there's a part that's like the engine of the cell called your mitochondria. And that's the energy producer in the cell. So what happens is there is actually a protein or a substance called coenzyme Q10. CoQ10, you'll find in a lot of skincare products actually. CoQ10 is what's needed in this mitochondria, in this engine to produce energy. Males over the age of 30 stop to naturally produce as much CoQ10 in your body. That's why energy levels start to change. You know? Now, answer, if you don't mind me asking, me and Becky were having a debate the other day. I have no idea how old you are.
How old do you think I am?
I would say, I don't know, man. Low 30, I would
Yep.
say 20s, but low 30s.
No, far from. I'm in my 30s.
Really?
Yeah, low 30s.
Gosh,
32.
man. Okay, I need your type of energy. So we in that phase now. Our bodies are changing, you know?
Right.
So the BioProQ is really good, especially for guys like us. And it'll just give you cellular energy because if your cells are healthy, it's going to power the rest of your body. That's why anyone undergoing crazy disease like cancer, if your body's being taxed a lot, attacked a lot, we recommend BioProQ to kind of give your cells a bigger boost. Also,
Yeah.
it's really good for heart issues. So anyone with cardiovascular issues, BioProQ is good because a lot of your cells, the mitochondria is in your heart. So this further supports that, actually. So that's our CoQ10 right there. To the
Gotcha.
right of that, you have your vitamins and your minerals. That's your daily multivitamin. The way I like to describe it, it's kind of like you're getting froyo. The froyo, the optimals are like your tart flavor. The other products are like your toppings on it.
Okay.
You know? So the optimals are the daily nutrition, that you need. So your good vitamins, minerals, all those types of things. Those are great for you. All right. And then last but not least, I believe you have omega Q. That's your fish oil, your omega-3 6 fatty acids. And then also there's additional CoQ10 in there. It's a very good heart support. Very good. Anyone that has high cholesterol, that's great. Blood pressure issues, that's incredible. Any type of heart-related stuff, great stuff. All right. And that kind of runs you through the entire Nutrify line. Any questions on that side?
Um, I think that's a question. I just can't remember exactly which one it was. Oh, I think it was the optimal V. What did you say? I think I missed that one. What was the main benefit of that one?
Optimal V and M are, you can think of it as your daily multivitamin.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Yep. And they divide it so it's easy to absorb. So everybody should at least be on the optimals, at least, because that's just like
1 for each of those. Just
yeah, yep. It's like the insurance policy for your body.
okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. And then the BioPro Q, can you give me the main benefit for that one again?
That one is anything heart related,
Heart. Okay.
or if you're undergoing, like if you have an extreme lack of energy, or if you're going through some crazy illness, cancer, things like that, because your body's being overly used, then the BioProQ is like further cellular energy support. So good for them too.
Got it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Fantastic.
Cool.
Okay. So let's now. Oh, any other questions on that?
No, I was gonna say I think we're good then on those.
Perfect. Okay. The others are more straightforward, actually. Nutrify is the more nitty gritty one because there's so many different facets of that.
Which one did you say?
The Nutrify line, which is the whole nutritionals, all the pills.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're more multifaceted because it deals with cellular stuff and all this. You know, it's more details, but it's good.
Okay.
The other ones are kind of self-explanatory. Like the Revive line is the shampoo, conditioner, body wash, and toothpaste. What's great about this as a whole in a Revive line, and actually in the Jove line, we have a philosophy that everything needs to be good in the product and nothing is bad. So for sake of example, if you look at your current toothpaste at home, more than likely, if you read the label on the back, have you ever read toothpaste where it says, if swallowed, call poison control?
Right.
That's kind of scary, you know? And the reason why they have that is the fluoride in there. So they say that fluoride is supposed to be good for your teeth and stuff like that. Fluoride was actually a poison. It's a rat poison. And it's not the best for you. It can help your teeth in limited amounts to make it stronger. But in our normal water system, there's already enough fluoride in there where as long as you're drinking water, you'll have enough for what you need. Any excess is bad for you, toxic for you. So the toothpaste here is fluoride free. Every single Revive product is so clean to the point, including Jove too, actually. They're all so clean to the point you can actually eat the products and you're going to be totally fine. So if you're hungry in the shower one day, you take your shampoo, you know, have a nice little treat right there.
No.
Might not taste good, but you won't be hungry. So
Yeah.
it's free of everything. So you have your body wash, you have your toothpaste, you have your shampoo, conditioner. Even the shampoo, when you start using it, you'll notice a big difference. First of all, the shampoos, you know how in advertisements, whenever you think like herbal essences or any of these other shampoo commercials, you associate clean with bubbles, right? Like a bubble bath or a lot of suds in your hair. And actually, those suds, that's just straight marketing. Those suds, a lot of times, they're caused by a chemical called sodium lauryl sulfate in your products. And that just adds the suds. But it has nothing to do with how good it is for you. So when you start using the shampoo here, one thing you'll notice is it won't set up as much. It doesn't mean you're not clean. It just means it doesn't have chemicals in there. But it'll clean very well too. So baby proof, you can totally use this on them. It'll be great for them. The body wash, Becky actually uses as makeup remover as well too.
What's that?
As makeup remover?
The body wash. Yeah. So she actually uses it also as makeup remover. It's strong enough. So, perfect. So shampoo, conditioner, body wash.
That we had the other day, right? Oh, I don't want to interrupt because I know.
Say that again.
The client that we had the other, our friend, Sandra. The package that she would have best benefited from was the Pure Nourish. Is that the package she was received? The Pure Nourish, the SlenderX, and the RestoreX?
So the one that I was advocating for her, it's called their Clinical Plus Pack. The reason why it's called their Clinical Plus Pack is in the clinical trials for SlenderX, they used also, so they had one group that just used diet by itself, and then they had one group that actually used SlenderX plus some associative products, which included the Pure Nourish, it included the Power Boost, the MOA, RestoreX, Rejuvenex, Optimals, and Omega Q, and the SlenderX. So all those combined together. And those that use that clinical pack lost 3 times more weight than just diet by itself. SlenderX by itself works very well, but you'll get even more results using the clinical pack, both on the fat loss side, but even more importantly, on the nutritional side. Because I know she was talking about a lot of issues, right? Diabetes, you know, like all these types of things. So especially for someone in her shoes, that's why I do really recommend she needs, you know, there's going to be some people out there, they just want to lose some weight, but they're pretty healthy as a whole, or they're not as much in a rush. In that type of a situation, yeah, they can just use the SlenderX and maybe the Detox, the RestoreX. But in the situation like Cassandra that wants to lose 80 plus pounds, have a lot of health issues, she was talking about what arthritis and diabetes and like there's just a lot of stuff going on with her body, especially for someone like her. She needs the nutritional support, everything that's in there. The shakes are good because if she's diabetic, she has to monitor her blood sugar. So Pure Nourish is great for diabetics because it's very low in sugar content. Yep. So that was the one right there.
Awesome.
So let's go through the Jove line, and then we're pretty much there. So Jove, you're going to notice you have 3 main products. You have a tightener, brightener, night cream. All right. Tightener, instant tightener. That's good for not just instant tightening. So you can literally apply it to a wrinkle. I love demoing that. This is what I can perceive to be sold in the spa, for example, or to be demoed. A live demo is always fun. You can literally do a video time lapse and you can watch people's wrinkles disappear.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's fast. And with that too, it's also good for prevention. So what Becky does is that she mixes the tightener. She doesn't wrinkles yet, but she wants to prevent. She mixes that with the brightener too.
Gotcha.
and then just applies it. So they're both great right there. The brightener is good for skin complexion, moisturizing. It kind of is 3 products in one. You don't need a toner or anything like that anymore. Good for redness, blotchiness, any type of evenness issue with the body or dryness of skin. So you have that brightener. And of course, it's called brightener because it'll help brighten the skin over time as well too. But you guys won't have a Michael Jackson effect. You know, it won't go that bright. It'll be good.
Great.
It'll be good.
Great.
All right. And then last but not least in there is the Nourishing Night Cream. That one you put at night, obviously. You'll feel it's very like, it'll just, gosh, it feels like butter on your skin. Feels good. And the cool thing about that one, they actually use stem cells in there. And those stem cells help your skin rejuvenate naturally. So skin repairs itself at night. And also the skin tends to dehydrate the most at night. So what this does is it kind of provides a barrier on your skin and it helps you just nourish itself as you wake. And then when you wake up, you just feel nice and bright and good. Yeah. Okay. Also in the Jove, you have, I think, if not 1, if not 2 boxes of samples.
Right. Yeah.
Cool. They should have the tightener sample and then a brightener sample.
So that's tightener and the brightener sample.
Yep. Or dark spot corrector. That's what it's called.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. So those are good samples to give out if you want.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Those are usually like a one day supply thing.
Right.
So we have that. All right. The Jove tend to last a couple months from what Becky's noticed.
Okay.
So we have that. Same as the Revive as well too.
Awesome.
Last product you have is a water bottle. Did you already put together your water bottle?
No, actually, yeah, we have one of these Ansar's water bottle.
Ah.
Yeah, it's my snazzy, jazzy water bottle.
What is it?
How much are the water bottles regularly?
What was that, sorry?
She said, how much are the water bottles regularly?
Oh, so our pricing, so the filter itself is the costly one. The filter is $55 our price.
55.
And that lasts 100, it lasts 100 gallons. So it'll last you like 36 months, actually. That can filter anything in the world. There's an activated coconut carbon filter in there. So actually when you drink through it, it'll taste even slightly coconutty sometimes. It removes all your chlorine, things like that. There's a part in there that's patented as well too, that actually kills bacteria, protozoa, viruses, anything alive in the water, things that can kill you. It kills it. That's why you can take it to third world countries and drink the water.
Wow.
And also has a heavy metal part. So that same zeolite that was in Restorex is also in the water bottle. So you don't have to be afraid of heavy metal toxins.
And then it comes with filters. Is that what these are?
Yes, it comes with, in the small purity box is the filter.
Okay.
So that one's a replaceable one. And what you do is you just add it into the bottle itself. The bottle itself is $19.99. It's BPA free. BPA is it's the chemical that is found in a lot of plastics, which is why they say don't leave your plastic water bottle in the car because it can leach into the water. And that's a hormone disruptor, actually. So this bottle you can leave in the car and it won't melt and leach weird chemicals into your body, for example. You'll know when when it's time to change your filter because it starts to get like clogged, you know. But if you buy the two together, it's actually $65 our price. If you buy both the bottle and the filter, it's $65 plus tax and shipping. So it's really not that bad. Last year, 100 gallons. I haven't bought a single bottle of water now for 8 years, 7 years, 7 years. Yeah, not even kidding. So that one's real cool to have. Aside from that, so be sure to put your bottle together, have fun with it. You'll be good. I think that's all the products, though, from what I see.
Prime.
Oh, Prime. Oh, I didn't even say. Oh, you're gonna love. That's you, man. Actually, that's the best home remedy system to have in the world. The prime is our essential oils. And as you know, usually essential oils, they're like one oil per like vial.
Wow.
So they'll give you a tea tree oil, right? Or they'll give you a lavender oil or whatever that it is. This, we decided to just make blends of them. So in each one of those four are like probably 10 plus essential oils. Okay. So let me go through the main ones in there. Also, you should see there's a fractionated coconut oil, the bigger box.
Yeah, I saw that.
Perfect. That's basically what fractionated coconut oil is. Coconut oil, if you know, at room temperature is a solid. Fractionated coconut oil, what they do is they take coconut oil, they put in a big centrifuge, spin it around. So actually, at the oil that you get from there at room temperature is just liquid. So imagine if you're massaging someone and you want to use the oil in a bigger area of the body, you can use the coconut oil. And it's like a carrier for you. So let's go through the oils one by one. We can start with ice. Ice should be your smallest one. If you open that up, ice smells kind of like icy hot or Bengay, something like that. Icy hot or ice is a very good pain reliever. So any type of joint pain, muscle pain, any type of back pain, it's a very great way to just put it on and boom, like it's an instant pain reliever. My brother-in-law had bad knee pain because he had a meniscus tear. He went through surgery on that. His knees, like bone would be on bone. So what he did was he used the ice and he went through like bottles of that thing, just applied it on. It really was an instant one to help out. I know. You have also the Calm, which I see right under there. Calm, you're going to love that, especially for your kids, actually. Calm, as you can imagine from the name. What I like about ARIIX's names, they're pretty self-explanatory. It helps calm you. As oils like lavender in there. So do you use a essential oil diffuser at all at home?
Yeah, I have one.
So you can add this into the diffuser. Nighttime, great to have. Or you can just apply it onto your skin, right? Temples, behind your ears, on your feet, so it absorbs. We use Calm every single night. It just helps you put you into a deeper sleep, actually.
Yeah.
So you have that. Also works on pets, if you ever have pets. So they're great. Fussy babies, very, very good for.
Okay.
From there, you have Escape. Escape should be the yellow-orange one. Escape. Do you see that enough?
I have two palms. Oh, here, I think. Oh, that's why. Okay, yeah. Escaping.
Perfect.
Serenity.
Sentry. Should be Escape and Sentry. Nice. There we go. Okay. Escape is actually one of our most popular ones to demo because a lot of people have migraines and a lot of people have congestion. So whenever you have migraines or congestion, take some Escape. So what I do is I'll like pour like a drop on my palms of my hand. I'll kind of like move it around my hand, cup my nose, smell it, take some deep whiffs, and it's almost like an instant migraine relief. It's a mood enhancer as well too, and also great for any type of congestion. So if your nose is clogged, I usually take this, smell it, and take some deep breaths in my nose. It helps clear that up really well. Yeah. Bug bites it's great for. There's a whole reference guide because essential oils are very multifunctional. This is how we are. Any single time we have any issue, we look at, hey, can an essential oil help? So we have a cool reference guide. Did you guys, I forget, in that package, is there like a prime turquoise like booklet that says quick reference guide?
No, just the package list.
Okay, got it. I'll shoot that over to you guys as well too. It's like a quick reference list. So for example, it's like if I have a burn, what do I use? If I have this, what do I use? If I have lice, what do I use? Like all these things can help. So you have that. The last one there's Sentry. Sentry, as a sentry is a protector. Century is the only one that you can actually ingest. You can eat that. The other ones are all topical, or you can diffuse them. So what Century is, it's an antimicrobial, antiviral, disinfectant. It's an immune system booster. So you can literally go out there, put it with some hot water if you want, drink it like a tea. Take a couple drops, put in some hot water, drink it. Let's say you have a sore throat, it's going to help that. Any type of illness helps that. You can diffuse in the air. We diffuse Century in our bathroom. As you can imagine, it's like a great, like, instead of ARIIX or things like that, Febreze. You know those Febreze things and ARIIX stuff? Those are actually toxic to the brain if you breathe those in. They're like neurotoxins.
I did not know that.
Yeah. They smell good, but they kill you. Honestly.
Wow.
Yeah. So instead of that, we use Century. And Century, you can do a couple things. One thing we do is we put it into a spray bottle, a glass spray bottle mixed with water. We actually use it instead of like Windex or like any type of like, clean a table.
Mm-hmm.
Using all those other chemicals, we use Century with water. So it kills all the germs actually. Yeah, it's anytime anyone's sick, it's great. Kids can use that as well too. Totally fine. You can diffuse in the air as well. So it's all good stuff. So that is your Century. You have your prime oil there. And I think that is all your products, so we went through pretty much everything that
Awesome.
ARIIX has. The only things you're missing actually are Giving Greens, which is our green drink in the Slenderize line, because that was a new one this last year.
Mm-hmm.
We also have an air filter, the best indoor air filtration you're going to get in your entire life. So that's what we're going to bring to the spa when we do that, or any type of business. And then we have a whole other skincare line. We just took over. They merged with our company called Nucerity. That one is the ones that can help with things like acne or crazy scarring or a lot of those types of things. So, but besides that, you have pretty much everything in the ARIIX main arsenal. Any questions?
No, I don't have any right now at all.
Perfect.
I am super duper clear and excited.
Fantastic. They're
Because
good.
now I'm already looking at like what I'm gonna drive on Goddess Allure, like the beauty enhancers, the wrinkle cream that I'm really gonna push on Goddess Allure.
Yep.
Goddess Beauty, and then for Gladiator Wellness, I know that I will drive all of the boost blends and Restore X and Rejuvenate, like those two for them specifically, and the water bottles because they really need them. I mean, they need all of it. Right. They need all of that package. So I'm just mapping out my pitches in my mind. Like when I'm dealing with the athlete, I'm pitching this and
absolutely
bam, 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 and then everything else is a la carte.
Yep.
So that way I'm not thinking about all the products, but knowing, once I go over this a couple times, I'll have this in my mind of what direction to pitch to, and then it's just a matter of fact of knowing the numbers. Like, and I'm clear about that now. All our products are generally for 1 month of usage, as opposed to the creams and the those things you'll get a longer lasting time out of them.
Yeah.
But everything else is pretty much monthly basis.
You got it. You got it. Perfect. And the saying is facts sell, stories sell. So the best thing that I would do is, as you're doing for the research, like what you mentioned, be your own best guinea pig.
Right.
It's like the easiest way. And then you're going to accumulate a lot more stories over time as well too. Whether it's through the presentations we do together, or your own personal clients in the future, and you already know that you're going to accumulate a good bundle of them to share.
So what I'm going to do, like tonight, I'm going to start with probably Restore X as a detoxer and start working that tonight, take my detoxer tonight before I go to sleep.
Yep.
And then tomorrow when I get up, I'm gonna take pure I'm gonna take Pure Boost, Power Boost. I'm gonna have that mixed, and then I'm gonna take a SlenderX. Just so I'm gonna lose some weight. So I'm gonna just take it to see how fast it'll help me burn off 10 pounds, and maintain my muscle and just kill 10 pounds off and just see how my body transitions and deals with this.
Absolutely.
So, and then I have a skin irritation that I get, and I know that is coming from too much metals that are in my system, and my body is protecting it. So I know that when I run this detox and these things, I'm gonna try to like track it. Like I'm visually gonna tape and track myself.
Yes.
And use myself as the actual person.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Perfect. And document all that, you know. Pictures are worth 1,000 words. Videos even better. You're a master at that.
Yeah.
One thing, I have a new team that I'm working with that's down in SoCal, and he hopped on the whole Clinical Plus pack. He's using the Given Greens. He has a water bottle. He's using it all. And one thing I had him do was number one, and I recommend this because do it right the first time. Document everything. There's poses that I recommend do. Take some photos of yourself.
Right.
And I would do there's specific angles I'd recommend so you can have all of them. There's 6 angles that I recommend to do. And take pictures of your weight, kind of track it over time. And what he did, so now this guy is day 5 into his program. He took his before pictures. I got them. I made sure they were all good. Because one of the biggest mistakes I see people make is they get the transformation, but they don't document it properly, and they're missing their $1 million story. So if you're comfortable with it, I'd even look at the pictures with you, make sure it's consistent, it's done well, and then it's all good. I know even for photography and all that though, so I don't think it's gonna be a big issue. I'll shoot you a photo after this of examples.
Okay.
So then from there,
I've done before and afters and tracking that for a couple of clients that are trainers, and then going and doing their promo stuff when they use their training programs. For a friend of mine, I used to do that with him, with tracking them. They come in, their weight was this, the side profile, the frontal profile, the back profile, so that way a person can see the sides of one's midsection, the back, in case there are any rolls in the back.
Yep,
and
you got it.
Progression, they'll keep looking at these images transition frame by frame. So that's, kind of clear, but definitely I'm sending you the images so you can keep your eyes on it and go, take this picture like this.
Yep. It's powerful, man.
Cool.
And you know what happens? As you go through the journey, maybe every 5 days, 7 days. So I'm telling my guy, 5 days in. So today's his day 5. He actually dropped 5 pounds in 5 days with no exercise.
Wow.
Yeah. He was blown away. And I told him to post on his social media, just a little update thing. And I think people are commenting already. They're already excited about it. You're going to start having people follow your journey, or you can just have it for yourself that you can share in conversation and stuff. And then 7 days in, make a post, maybe a week after that, and then every week afterwards. And then maybe at the end of the month, that's when you actually do a side-by-side before and after physique photo. Because you can get quite a big 10 pounds off of you, man, you'll have veins popping out in places you didn't even know about. Tyneek won't want to hold you as much because you'll be all bony or muscular. But that'll be a good one for sure. So
Absolutely.
Okay, I agree with that. That's gonna be amazing. And the SlenderX is pretty easy. Just follow the booklet. So there's a approved food list there. It's pretty free. It's mainly just good proteins, good veggies. Cut out the main thing is cut out the dry carbs, the white carbs, the pastas, the breads, the rices, things like that.
Right.
Because those really aren't good for fat loss. So, okay.
And then I want to record you checking in on my program, like my progress,
Sure.
like do clips like just like this, like you're talking about, like, hey, did you do this? All right, great. I see everything. It looks great. Like
Perfect.
so that way people understand, like, well, this is really a lifestyle change, and the support you get from someone just checking in on, hey, how you doing? Like,
Yes.
not just selling the product, but making sure that the wellness is working for your lifestyle.
Yes. I love it. Yep. I completely agree. Cool. So we got all that, developing the stories. Yeah, you guys are rocking on. But aside from that, from here on out, I think we're definitely setting this up well. I'm glad we were able to do that call. I commend you guys on such short notice for even gathering people on a call. And you know what's great too? Even if they weren't on video, what I was really impressed by is that they all stayed on the call the entire time.
Right.
You know? And I'm glad that there was some good feedback, at least, that people like the information. And then we can kind of go from there, you know?
And then everybody that doesn't respond, I call them like Columbo sales. And like Columbo is like my favorite all-time detective character, superhero. He's like, I love him. I kind of like a kid growing up watching Columbo with my dad. But his resolve for making people kind of tell on themselves to figure out what, like, he has a way of providing the evidence for you that are so factual that you box yourself in to tell the truth on yourself. So when you get people in wellness to admit their truths and they open up, then all you have to do is point at them at what resolve will best fit for them, and the product will sell itself.
True.
I mean, just listening to what's in it and the key things that you're saying what's in there, there is nothing like this on the market. You won't get a nutritional balance and a proper balance of your health or your wellness, your body's homeostasis, if you do not have products that are equipped with these types of nutrients. And there's no amount of money that you could put on that product. So I wouldn't even sell them worrying about numbers at first.
Yes.
I would be realistic on what they can invest in, but it's like, I'm not selling you this for a couple of months. This is life. This is a lifestyle. This is what you're adapting to your lifestyle. You'll have these products for the rest of your life. So that's how I'm looking at it. Like,
you got it.
They work, and what's in them, I'm committed to making them my personal products.
Right. Yep.
Right. So, I know that for anybody else, that's how I will be telling them. Like, look, don't go to Whole Foods.
Exactly.
Don't do it. You're actually, you're really, really killing yourself.
Yeah.
You're buying junk nutrients. It's like you buy junk food, you're buying junk nutrients.
Exactly. You got it.
And it's a trip. When I came back from Japan, as soon as I tried to get supplements, I felt horrible. I mean,
wow.
I felt sick. The first month after I was back, I was sick. And you know what the number one thing got killed? My energy.
Wow.
My energy took a nosedive. Like, I was so drained. I felt like I was working 3 jobs in 8 hours. That's how like in the evenings I would be so collapsed, like I almost couldn't just do anything. And I think it was a mixture of what was just in the air, what was in the food, and then the things that I threw into my system to think I was going to help it was actually junk, which made it worse. So the nutrients that I took from Whole Foods made me worse, to where I was like, look, I'm banning all of the vitamins and everything. Like, I refuse to take anything else because I felt what it did to my body, so it made me scared of it.
Yeah, makes sense.
So I haven't taken anything regularly or committed to anything until this.
Wow.
So and I know it doesn't do your body good, but I really felt not just my energy, but my mood, all that affects your energy. When your energy is down and swayed, your mood is affected, your emotion is affected by the products that you're taking into your body, your mind. So, I'm looking forward to consuming these products and assessing how they fit into my lifestyle over the next 90 days.
Absolutely.
Highly strong the next 30 and going through them. Going really like completely going through all of it.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Wow.
So I asked Heidi, I'm like, oh, we could sell these? Like everything we got, we could just sell, right? She's like, yeah. Now I'm like, okay, we're not selling anything. Nothing is being sold. It's all in-house, and we will tell everybody to buy their own.
Exactly.
I also noticed too on the
Thanks, James. I'm gonna run, but thank you.
No problem.
Filling orders out there. Dropping off orders right now for the store. We had like 15 orders to ship out today.
Poshmark?
Yeah, Poshmark.
Nice. There we go.
Poshi. Poshi is really picking up. We're becoming really, really popular on Poshmark.
Nice.
We're gathering over 1,000 viewers a day.
Wow.
Subscribers, like people that are following our store,
Yeah.
sharing our products. We got over 1,000 people actually sharing all of our product online, which is making. We keep every day. We keep getting these notifications. So like now they call it the hot execs. Like if you're like really growing at a rapid rate, and their algorithms that they see you, so they like sending us emails. Then we got called today. Like, yo, you guys are really killing it and doing really great. We want to thank you. And are you utilizing these things like the wholesale lane that we have? Which
Right.
Great, because they do have an awesome wholesale lane, and their delivery system is so powerful and fast. It's really competing with our Shopify because we have a Shopify store too. So I'm really excited about the direction that Poshmark is going into.
Yeah.
Because every day, the way that their system and platform sets itself up, and I know that as soon as I use these products and I drop them inside this store, it's gonna blow freaking up, bro.
Nice.
Like I'm not even doubting how we dress this product out and put it up there. And then like right now, I'm just staging my social media whole platform and stuff. I'm gonna take pictures today, and then I'll target like how we're talking about marketing. I'm gonna take photos for those markets, so that way I can direct market and advertise those people on the social media platforms, and then walk them right into all of the products.
Right.
Walk them right into, what pricing looks like, and then walk them into the blog of this video. I'll take what we did, chop that up, and then even shoot you, like straight on, like really stage a shoot with you. We don't even have to be inside. We could be outside by some water, mic you in a beautiful background and setting, and you're just talking about wellness and just freely explaining the products there. Stage the products by you while you're there. And I already know what kind of location. I will use the drones. I would use a whole lot. I would really like just make this like when they look at it, they go like, damn, like, whoa, like, yeah, because the packaging does that. I'm big on packaging. I'm big on packaging. So the presentation is so top of the line in quality that when you shoot this, you have to reflect that. It would be a detriment not to. And my partner, which is so funny. His name is James.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
The Asian dude? Chinese dude?
James, like, he's a super big guy, right?
Yeah.
He's from New Orleans. Big guy from New Orleans. And his teacher is George Lucas's editor.
Oh.
So he goes, he studies under, some big guys. And he and I do a lot of writing. He and I are writing on a series that we're really just super excited about. A real sick series that's about changing negatives into positives. So we're working on that. But like stuff with products and stuff like that, he always is really supportive of anything that I'm doing. So if I would go, bro, and he needs all of this anyway. He's an ex-football player, big old guy.
There we go.
Huge. But he's like a super gentle giant. And super goofy. But yeah, he'll he's ex-military guy, investor, film guy, still in the military reserves, and just great guy.
Nice.
He'll be assisting me shooting these things. We have like a really nice sized crew. But I know that just the demographics and what this covers. Of the quality. And then I'm super excited because for me, like the fact that products that are in it are herbs from where I like is my home, like Japan, like to me, like home. Like, I learned like going there literally changed my life. Like,
so you went there was that where you learned massage therapy or?
Yeah, actually I didn't learn, I learned techniques. I learned like, I learned shiatsu, but I didn't study there. I studied kinesiology there.
Okay.
I got into the body. Like that was part of the program. You didn't just learn kinesiology there. You learned the art of the body, pressure points and things like that. So there was instructors there that were masters in those fields. A trillion questions and were being trained by them. So I never stopped because I was so hungry. When other students might have been asleep, I was downstairs working on elders at night, just doing sessions on them with shiatsu. Because one thing about shiatsu is one of the most powerful forms to give the body energy and power. Like from shiatsu, you wake up feeling rejuvenated. A 1 hour session of shiatsu is equivalent to a 12-hour rest.
Wow.
That's what it does to the body. It literally will realign your chakras in your body will get realigned, and it'll help the body calm and set itself so your T cells will act at high capacity and your blood can flow and fight off toxins easier based upon the energy and the chi in the body. Dang. So it's almost like a sustainable, you know how like if lightning strikes, right? You know how like when lightning strikes or somebody has cardiac arrest and they're jumping their body, right? So the power and the electricity that they use to restart the heart, when you align the body and the chakras in the body is properly aligned, you will activate that power in the body to run continuously like slow flowing water. If you know what you're doing to the body, you will feel that energy become activated and you become the magnetism rod of controlling one point to another so it can sustain itself in an environment. That's the general senses of shiatsu.
Wow.
So, like learning that there, bro, the first thing I seen when I got there was open brain surgery. A woman had a tumor the size of 2 golf balls, and she had no anesthesia, and her whole body, the whole left side of her body was covered in acupuncture needles. Jay, she was talking.
Wow.
When they asked her, how was she feeling? She said, I'm fine. Okay.
What?
She was completely coherent. And you can see the side of her skull open.
Oh.
And you can see what they were removing. And I'm not talking about a video. I'm talking about, I'm standing here behind a glass. And they're standing around her on the operating table. And there are these people just working on her body and moving needles, moving pins, placing. standing off, watching her
Wow.
respond and giving her space, just monitoring her while they're removing this obstruction from her body.
Wow.
And that right there was the most exciting, the most frightening, the most. I felt like I was in the Twilight Zone, or I was moving myself from an illusion.
Wow.
But I instantly knew that my life has been filled in like a trapped bubble of knowledge. Like I really learned that I didn't know anything, and to investigate everything. Don't just trust what I think I know. Like investigate. Be open to what you do not know, because you'll discover some very awesome and powerful things. And that made me not want to leave Japan. That made me want to say, I need to stay here and find out, what am I? Like, like I became a zero right then. Like, I know that I know nothing. Yeah. And I think that's why I kind of grasp towards everything, and I'm a sponge of so many things, because I've come to learn that I think that's what we're here to do, is just experience. Life is like a la carte. So I like to sample a lot to know what I really like, what I don't like, just so I can know myself. But this is going to be an exciting time for me to enter into wellness from this perspective. And I have a plethora of network of those that are in the wellness field. And I can also go to the school where I graduated from, because I was videoed by them. I did a lot of stuff for the school because I had, came there, and I came from Japan, and the way I even got into the school. And then the teachers that I had are the top therapists in the world. Like, had the most dynamic teachers that they tour all over the world now. They don't even teach in classrooms.
Right.
So to be really appreciated by them and my level of work, I love, like, when I quit and don't do anything, I think that I'll just do, by the time I'm 75 or 80, all I'll do is just do body work.
Wow.
Because it keeps you young. When you heal others, you heal yourself.
Right.
When I'm not working on people, I feel weird. So I'm always like, babe, time to get on the table. It's like, what? Then I'll work on her for like 2-3 hours.
Wow.
Just because, like, it's when you get, as much as I work, it's like almost like it's almost like a workout routine or a dance routine. Then if you're working on somebody for a while, one thing this is one thing I hated about massage therapy. I discovered things in a body that a person may not know is there. And then I'll go to work on that, but then it will be the time is up. So they have to come back. I'll discover all types of things. Then I do iridology. That's the study of retina, the eye, how their eye is, where the deficiencies in the body. I used to do just all of that stuff, and I had to take a break from it because it was just draining you working with people like that. Their energy draws on, it pulls you. It's energy you're working with.
Wow.
So this is a very, very good, very good, very, very good. Super excited to go over all of this. I was super excited to get on my program tonight to see, what's going to be what.
Yeah. You're going to notice a lot of differences because you're so aware of your body, which is going to be so cool. And you understand energy too. So because you understand your body at a way more hypersensitive level than most people, I think your testimony is going to be crazy, Man, I love.
Because you wouldn't be able to debate me about, you can't debate me on, especially what's in the product. The fact that, the fact that you said, what makes it so powerful, the herb that comes from Japan, that for so long was not able to be here. Like, you get arrested bringing shit here.
Wow.
You know that?
No.
So you bring them herbs here. I was told that specifically by my teacher because he knew that I would try that. He was like, customs will arrest you
Wow.
for possession of illegal shipment.
Mm.
But the fact that you have that in here now, that's amazing.
Yeah. Wow.
Absolutely amazing. Like, just think about that. Like, this is something that is extremely revolutionary in cancer. And I know that this will work because I had an elder, Tanika, tell you that was very close to me that passed away a year ago.
Hmm.
It's been, no matter of fact, probably a year and a half now.
Hmm.
And he was stricken with cancer.
Hmm.
And I started to take care of him. I stayed with him while he was going through his cancer rehab. And I was forcing him I got him off of radiation to take chemo. And because he had took it at first, then he used to get so sick. I was like, look, you got to kill it off.
Right.
Can't do that. It's destroying you. It's killing you.
Right.
He stopped, flied. His family was a little bit irritated, but the cancer went back into remission. Wasn't found. Great. Then he went back to smoking.
Oh.
And probably about 6 months later, it came back. And came back very aggressive. And he didn't go back to doing the things that we did originally to ward it off. And then there were things that he needed to do specifically with nutrients and getting it right into the bios of the body. Everything that starts with the disease in the body starts in the gut. Like your gut is what causes that problem. So yeah, he passed. He was one of my favorite teachers.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
His nickname was Papa Smurf. So you can just imagine, and like, this guy was an elder that everybody in the community loved. He was from Panama, and he spoke 3 different languages, and he knew. I'm talking about everybody. He knew everybody, and everybody knew him. When he passed, his life celebration was just like an amazing transition of people and testimony and how much of a helper, he was.
Yeah.
I wish that he would have had. I wish I would have had these products to provide for him, as a combatant to his ailment, because he could have sustained his life longer if he would have had more support from his family and and the others. But he just But we can help people. I love having something that can help change.
Absolutely. And it's so much more fun, honestly. That's one thing that's kept me in this industry, because there's so many different ways to make money, right? And they're all great ways, but when you see people's lives physically transform through something you do, which you probably experienced at your massage and everything, and you see that you had something to do with it, you could extend their life. Like, people are getting off medications, people's just quality of life is so better, and they come up and thank you. It's just this different type of win that money seriously just can't buy, as cliche as it is. But
I still have all my cards from my clients that left me stuff. Even my testimonials that I have, the recorded testimonials that I have. The lady who had, was one lady who I was in Alameda. She had been diagnosed with scoliosis. And I didn't believe in the diagnosis. I looked at her X-rays, and her bones weren't twisted. Her alignment was completely severely off, but it wasn't. It was the muscle structure in the body and the lack of nutrients that the muscle content was receiving from her diet. After years of, and then she had scar tissue. I'm like, listen, if you break down the scar tissue and you clean your system, the muscular structure will, reset itself. Muscle do that. And it's like, because that's what yoga does. Yoga proves that the muscle's ability to be elastic, that you could be 90 and have no You got no flexibility at 70 and start doing yoga, and then by the time you're 72, you have full range of motion of every limb in your body. So that proves to you that the muscle still has ability to grow, repair, right? So if you're talking about having eternal life, then it becomes in what you feed yourself, what you eat, water, air, and environment. But, you know, that's one thing. But as far as getting elder, her having scoliosis, I worked on her for about 3 months. And then she was like, it makes no sense for me to do any form of surgery because the pain I don't have anymore. You know, so I would use stuff like acupuncture. I would do Tai Chi with her. I would do, there's a technique massage called Lomi Lomi, where you're dealing with specific oils catered to what's going on with the body that affect the body, and then you heat the body up with towels, and then you use these, and there's two people that work on the body at the same time. One's at the foot with the head, and everything is about movement, speed, and flushing the muscle content. This technique comes from Hawaii.
Wow.
And I'm telling you, after you feel this, you don't feel the ground for 3 days when you're walking around. You don't feel the ground. You feel like your feet are super light. And you feel, I don't know how to explain it. Like you feel really stripped, but it's one of the most powerful sessions or techniques to do when you want to flush and detox a person from their body. So I'm just thinking about like the techniques that I have to do, what all of the products support. If I was back in as a therapist, this would make my business 10 times that much more powerful. So for me, I would go back to my school, which is probably the biggest in California, NHI, where I got my state certifications from to do therapy in state of California.
Right.
National Holistic Institute.
Yeah.
They write our school, our teachers, we wrote the law for massage therapy. So what the standard is now and nationally is written by our teachers, our designers of our architect. Like that was probably the one other than being in Japan, I would say NHI was the most powerful as regards to training system of learning something, information, and making it pinpoint easy. And it was probably easy for me because I had already knew the muscles and bones in the body. But the teachers that I got there, and the information and their recruitment, what this could actually offer. If we pitch this at the school,
we should.
School, I mean, like you got Emeryville, Sacramento, Petaluma, San Francisco, San Jose, and we're talking about at least a total of 20,000 students, bro.
Dang.
And I'm not talking about these are students that have, you know, these aren't like kids going there broke. These kids got like, they got some paper. You know, they're coming there. They got some paper and they're coming there because wellness is a career for them. What happens is that when they get into the massage industry, then they have to go find jobs and they don't have something that's providing income for them. A product, if you're a therapist, if you have a product to sell, that's your instant business that's giving you faster revenues and you might be able to get clients.
Yep. True.
If I would have had this doing a massage therapist, I don't know if I would have been doing real estate. Because I would have had a product to push.
Makes sense.
Right?
Makes sense. Yep.
Real estate gave me a product to push.
Right.
But if I was doing massage therapy and I had this, I would definitely,
dude, you'll have a whole squad.
I'm gonna already have a conversation with Kaylin Burnett. I think Kaylin is gonna be in Arizona, practice for Arizona. We're gonna talk tonight.
Oh, nice.
Because if he's training and doing all that for Arizona, we're trying to figure out my schedule, and I know that I'll be driving down there. So I'm trying to figure out if I'll be driving down there twice a month. If he gets the contract, he'll be paying me for travel and stuff like that. And I like driving anyway. So I'll probably just throw it on cruise control in the truck. I've done that before, but other than that, he'll just be flying me out. But knowing that I have this product for him I know how it's already going to benefit. You know?
Oh man.
Especially when you talk about the detox. Oh.
And sir, you have stumbled upon a gold mine, my friend. You're gonna change some serious lives. I'm just thinking the spider web effect as it starts to get out there.
Yeah.
Like, gosh. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, because you're gonna have go for it.
Tyreek she was just asking me which lanes, and I just started giving her just a plethora. Like, listen, we could, because my background as well. So I'm like, hey, you can actually challenge everything once we understand, what's in the products. I'm like, there are so many already key things that are here that's just not on the market that make you stand out, just as a cleaner supplement for your nutrients.
Yep.
Easy. That's an easy one.
Mm-hmm.
Just building the systems. So I looked online, and the founder who has a ClickFunnels.
Yes.
Yeah. I pretty much already duplicated that.
Nice.
That funnel.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now it's just plugging and playing like my own personal little stuff. And then and I noticed that what he's doing is he's giving away the MOA. He's giving the 1 packs. He's giving them away for free. So he gets a whole box of these, which you said is how many in here?
30 of those.
30 of these.
Yep.
So he's investing 30 of these, and he's giving away one just to do the upsell. So he's like, okay, this is free, you get it, great, boom. So a person signs up, they click on it just to get that free, but it also upsells them to the other programs that he'll have designed out in the a la carte. Like, okay, with the BOA, well, if you want that, if you need these things, why not try the Power Boost?
Yeah.
It's right. He's upselling the packages by baiting you into the free product, and he just covers the shipping. The buyer just covers the shipping. So if the buyer's like, okay, well, I'll just cover the shipping, then he can enhance the shipping and still make money off each individual one. Because if you're selling each individual one at $3, right?
Yeah.
Because the box is $80 bucks, right? That's what we get for a box.
Yep.
So if he says, okay, if the shipping cost is, he charges $6 for the shipping cost, but he's only paying $2. They're actually buying a product.
Makes sense.
Right? They're paying him to do the shipping. He's stating the shipping is this amount.
Right.
When the shipping really is, he's really getting the shipping out for way cheaper than that. He's just getting overage for himself. So that way he can take complete loss on the product.
Makes sense.
I'm going to do the same thing.
There we go.
I mean, I don't need to reinvent the wheel.
Exactly.
He's already the founder and the teacher.
Yeah.
Okay, great. I'm going to do exactly what you guys are doing. The thing is just like, and then watch, you see, we'll put our little twist on some things and then make it like, millennial driven.
Right.
Make this millennial driven.
You could.
Like, I'm on the board with Jason Kidd for his basketball foundation. I've been knowing Jason for 25 years. The president of the founder is a friend of mine, and we have partnership on. I have part ownership in stocks in Hip Hop TV, which is ran by Sean Granberry and a guy by the name of P.F. Franks, who does all of these shows called for TV One, VH1, MTV. He does all these. Have you ever heard of the show Unsung?
I have, yes.
Okay. The producer for Unsung is a friend of mine named P.F. Franks. One of my closest friends that passed away some years ago was a guy by the name of Shakur Stewart. He used to be the president of Def Jam Records.
Oh, wow.
He was the guy that discovered Rick Ross.
Yeah.
He discovered TLC. He was the publicist for L.A. Reid and Babyface. He's the publisher for Janet Jackson. He worked with Michael. Jackson as well. He worked with Prince.
Gosh.
So he was a publicist, and he was my best friend. He passed away in Atlanta, some years back. But that industry, that particular network of people are heavily into wellness, heavily into having the next best thing that's going to keep them with higher energy,
right,
more youth. So that is definitely going to be, a really, really, really good line. And then I'm going to do a whole presentation with I don't know, do you listen to rap at all? Rap music?
What kind of rap now?
So are you familiar with Mr. Fab?
Yeah, I am.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Fabby is one of my closest friends. Stanley and I grew up together. When he would write raps and freestyle, I would listen to him for hours at his mom's house playing dominoes, him and his mom eating pizzas. So
wow.
I pretty much advise him on a lot of financial stuff that he does, main stuff, even the stuff with the store. We did all of that stuff that does all of his PR work.
Yeah.
All of the awards he got. My godmom is his manager for all of his business stuff, his publishing stuff. So we have a really big network of people we could really be at and be listen, $2,500 isn't something hard for you guys to spend.
Yeah, totally.
Being something that's good for you at the same time, it's going to continue to provide residual income for you.
Mm-hmm.
Think about it. And it's good for people. So make money off something that's going to heal people. Why not?
Exactly. And all they got to do is push it through their existing networks, and they don't have to do anything.
They don't have to do anything.
It's already made. They don't have to ship it or anything.
They don't have to do anything. Just sit back and watch their numbers come in.
Yeah.
So then it just becomes a mark. Has any athletes pushed this brand and really gotten behind it? Any professional athletes right now? Are there any professional athletes that are representing the brand?
In the US,
yeah.
For some reason, no. In Europe, there's some soccer teams, some other sports athletes out over there.
Jay, I'm going to tell you right now. I'm going to be the first person to get a high-level athlete to represent this product.
That'll be huge. That'll be huge. And dude, that's when I get Deanna Latson on board.
Yeah, and then we talked to her about what that would entail in regards to them representing the brand. What type of incentive would she be looking to pay them out, and what type of cut would that benefit for us?
Absolutely.
Yeah, we could split that money too, because that probably would be a nice side check on the side of just the products.
Yep, absolutely.
Because if we brung somebody like Seth Curry, Steph Curry. Say if we brung somebody like Draymond Green.
Game over.
Bro. Once I know this down pack, I work on Draymond. So once I know this, it's, it's not a pitch.
Yeah.
It's not really a pitch to him. It's more so my relationship, honestly, with Draymond would be more so once I know this and I'm using it and I can really talk shit about it. You need this to keep your ass from getting old because you're about to be hella old fast. I can say stuff to him like that. That's the premise of our conversation. We really talk mess to each other.
Yeah, so, makes sense.
Which for him, that's just, he's one of my friends that I've grown up with. That's how he acts with us. So it's easy to be around those guys and sell this to them. Sell something that works. So yeah. I think that I know that for a fact. That knowing that right there gives me that much more drive of being able to pitch that to them. Like,
Yeah.
you know, not only that, but like I could, man, damn. If we would have won this year, I would have been able to pitch this at Bob Meyer because I spend every year with him. Every summer, I'm hanging out with him for a couple of days, prepping the parade, doing interviews, all that stuff. So the three championships that we've had, I've been with him every year. The first year, I got like 5 minutes of his time, and the second year, we hung out for about 25 minutes. The last championship, we were drunk together for about an hour and a half, just talking about systems, management, picking the right people, putting the right people into place when you need to make hard decisions, when you see your systems not working. Things. Because I always pick his brain about how he looks at talent and puts these people with these people while negotiating the numbers.
Right.
So that's what he loves talking about. And I love talking about that too. And every time he sees me, he knew that we would have these conversations. And they became like, like a cool thing. So this year that we didn't win, that's probably the thing I miss most about. Not because I get that time to pick his brain about systems and business. And he is, bro, his business acumen, bro. He's just crazy. Even like to talk about the Warriors broke down. He broke down the Warriors. I knew that if we lost, we would have to. But just the type of guy he was, like when Durant got hurt. Yeah. With him having to break down the team now with Iguodala leaving, which happens too, because Igu's a real cool guy, friends with those guys. Him and Sean Livingston. Like when you go to their practices and you hang out with these guys, every year during the finals, you become like, they really do treat everybody in there like family. Like, so yeah, it's we could still pitch in those areas, and I would target first like the NBA right now will target summer leagues. I would target. Steph also has a league that he's a coach, so I go to his I get invited to his like coaching. He has these little private coaching things where they have these private things. He goes there. I will even go there and holler at him about stuff like that. I mean, so he's super down to earth. He'll talk to you about everything. We always generally talk about golf. We always talk trash to each other about golf. He just thinks he's a golfer, and I'm like, like stay in your lane, bro. Don't. Right. But yeah. So I think that it'll be really, really good. And I think too, if we do something like this, and stay something like this, like a wellness, I would sponsor this at these golf benefits that I got coming up for the city of Oakland. One of my mentors who runs all of the event planning for the city of Oakland, named Darren Hodges, and he has a golf thing coming up. I would actually look to sponsor one of the holes with this wellness product. Actually utilize that leverage with the city, because it's a lot of people that actually come out. And then it's just like they come out, you're sponsoring one particular hole. You know how it goes. You come up to the hole, somebody's at that hole, they tell you about their product, they give you information, and they pitch to you pretty much while you're at the golf course. Right. Which is the best place to close deals. I swear to God. I haven't lost a deal at the golf course ever. Really? Never. Wow. Never. When you go on a golf course with somebody and you're negotiating numbers and terms, it seems to be overwhelmingly just psychologically, it's just a complete different level of transparency. It's like it kills all the game and the fluff. It's like, hey, this is what I want. This is what I want to do. This is where I want to go. Can you get that? Yeah, this is what I could do. This is what I can't do. Here's our middle. You know, all right, well, I'll tell you this. You do that, I'll give you do this. Like,
Right. Makes sense.
Yeah, sure. Okay, that's fine. It's cool. You're in the game now. We don't have baby products. We're gonna start. Cool. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So it's yeah. I'm just really excited about what we can really knock out.
It's gonna be massive. Just let me
Yeah.
know what you need, like what tools, resources, connections, whatever that it is,
Cool.
to get your ideas done. You know, because I just love. I imagine this is like the Matrix, and you're like
Right.
in the Matrix right now, and you just see everything, and it's just
Right.
like, all right. So which
Right.
one do we tackle first? How do we go to get this done? You know?
Exactly. Exactly. I'm thinking it's heavily with pro stuff. I'm thinking two things. I'm thinking about aggressively. I'm thinking about football because it's immediate. It's right now, and guys are getting ready. They're in preseason and they're headed towards OTAs and all of that. Then I'm thinking about basketball too because basketball, it's the preseason of basketball, and they're focused on rehab and restructuring before the season starts again, which is really good when you have injuries like Kevin Durant, and you got Clay as examples of why you need to make sure your muscle content is completely detoxed. You want to start with your blood and things of this nature. So, and then you want to minimize inflammation in your body, and we have all of the products to pretty much do that, which are more advanced than what's here, and they're already certified and approved for professional athletes to use, which none of those guys are getting pitched to.
Yeah.
Nobody is pitching to them nothing about wellness. The teams are not doing it, so they have to find somebody, more likely their sports trainer, that tells them, hey, this guy is good at this, you need that. You need this supplement, hey, try this. Most trainers are doing that.
Makes sense.
Right? Most trainers are doing that. Teams don't. The teams aren't like selling it to you. If you can get if we can get like a trainer for like the Raiders or for the Warriors to say, all right, cool, we'll support the product, that's over. Now you got an NBA team or a professional NFL team actually supporting the product, which actually regulates itself amongst all the players.
Right.
Oh, you said that. You know, the Raiders team.
Exactly. We know the Raiders team doctor. He did. He sponsored he was a sponsor and a host for our children's pageant. We had a children's pageant, and he's the actual doctor. He's the Raiders team doctor, and we know exactly what church he goes to too. So we can go to church with him, and I can pitch him at church.
Right. Totally.
Straight up, like, yo, you need this, and we're gonna talk about it, and we're gonna pray about it first. And then you're going to hear what I'm telling you why you need it.
Absolutely.
And he'll be like, okay, great. Because they don't have the time to go out and look for products that really work. They don't. Organizations don't even pay for that. They just find out what's popular, what's on the market, what can they throw in fast as a plug, so that way they can go ahead, because they have to monitor the profile for each and every player. Just like a hospital. So it's like you have to know the ins and outs of each player, what they're going through, what's going on. You got to test them, make sure that they're clear for the league's standard policies. Then you got to set up their blood work, their urine work. You got to turn that in and have them on schedules. Then you have to track certain things, but you're not really tracking the body or its performance. You're tracking the violation that they commit in the league in regards to substance abuse. That's the only reason why they watch these guys. They don't give a damn if they break nothing. They don't care. As long as they can give them as much, what is it that they, like cortisone, many cortisone shots, as much dope as in them cortisone shots, bro. Bro, there's so much heroin in cortisone shot is ridiculous.
Really?
Really. why these dudes, when they get out of the league, they be so addicted to these drugs and pain meds.
Oh, wow.
High-powered pain meds.
Right.
And they take certain drugs just to kill the pain because of their recovery time from injury is so slow. As they get older, the recovery time slows down.
Right.
They're not taking care of the environment of their body. They're not taking care of it properly.
Yeah.
Right? So they're just lifting weights, water. They'll focus on, the carbs, keeping their weight down, or making sure they have enough weight, but not know if it's proper weight or not. They don't care. They have to pay for other people to do that. That's
Makes
why,
sense.
Like Tom Brady.
Yeah.
That was his thing. I'm not listening to the trainers or the staff or none of you people. I have my own specialists who specify in me being able to play till I'm 50. Right?
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
And now players kind of see that with more professional athletes having these injuries like ligaments.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, that was a big deal with Golden State Warriors. I mean, that's like two high-profile players that totally just jacked up the championship there. So,
and then it makes it bad because most professional athletes, especially basketball players, all of them smoke weed.
Right.
But when you smoke weed, you create an environment in your body that becomes very acidic. If you are African American, your body already has high levels of acidity in it. Your pH is already naturally acidic, more acidic than it is alkaline. So that means you'll be more prone to having ligaments teared up if you're eating wrong things, if you're eating starches, if you're eating meats and starches, which you get fat weight, that makes you have weight, but it's not proper weight. It's
right.
Not properly.
Right.
Tearing the body up. So.
Gosh. Okay. This is good to know.
Yeah. All right, man. I don't want to keep you too much longer, guys. I know you got a lot to do. I'm going to start working out on just dissecting everything and making my notes and creating a plan and go, hey, I need help with this or this and start working on some other things. Even too with Tiff, because she's tagged along with giving me a confirm for Thursday. I need to call her back this evening to find out what we're doing with that. Because,
perfect.
We're pushing the hour, and I don't want to be too far behind. All right.
Oh, good. Yep. Keep posting on that. I'll send you everything I said I was going to send you. When it comes to the athlete topic, when you want to move forward with that, that's the type of person that I would bring Deanna Latson in on a call with them.
Great.
You train professionals and everything. So just let me know when we get to that step, and I'll give her the heads up. That's major. That's huge.
All right.
Yeah.
I'll work on that and find out when we can actually just set that call up. Matter of fact, too, any information that you can give me specifically on her, so that way when I pitch it and tell them I'm setting this call up with us, that I can reference her in a light to make them go, oh yeah, hurry up, let me get on the call with her.
I'll shoot that to you. Yes, I'll give you a good bio on her.
Credentials and stuff like that.
Yep, sounds good. Okay, perfect. I like it.
All right, brother.
All right.
I'll be in touch.
All right, talk to you guys soon. Have a great day.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye.